Hello and welcome. Thank you for tuning in to Anthropology Now. On today's broadcast, I will be talking about Emile Durkheim's theory of the collective effervescence, as laid out in his 1912 book, The Elementary Forms of the Religious Life. Now, to describe the collective effervescence, it's perceived energy that is created when a group of people share a common experience, like a sporting event or a concert or even a riot. And during this gathering, an individual might think different things than they normally would, or even do different things that they, normally wouldn't do in their ordinary life. It's only when they get to this gathering of people and share this experience is when they'll, do something different and maybe be elevated to a different level. And we will be focusing in on how the collective effervescence is felt during a concert. Now that you got some background information on Emile Durkheim and his theory of the collective effervescence, let's get into the heart of this show. What are we really talking about? We're talking about concerts and how people perceive concerts and if they feel the collective effervescence. So to do this, I went on the street, asked a few people some questions, and just had them describe to me the experience of the collective effervescence at the show. And then also, what kind of concert venues facilitate this experience. So to get right into it now, let's not delay anymore, even though I'm just jibber-jabbering with you. But I got some sound clips set up that describes the perfect venue to feel the collective effervescence, or at least told by these individuals.
Okay, yeah, I would say a smaller size is better, but I have been to larger concerts, and I will say that as long as there's an intimacy with the crowd, you still get a good vibe.
I think it's the kinds of people that are there and not necessarily the size or the amount of people.
I think that smaller venues are better without any seating, because then you can get up and move around and dance to the music and kind of mingle with people and really feel the energy of the crowd.
I prefer indoor concerts for smaller shows and maybe kind of a packed crowd that all like the same kind of music and aren't too drunk. I prefer them to be on drugs or sober. And if it's not too crowded, then I can feel safe and warm and happy.
I feel with the smaller show, you get a more personal experience. You're more in tune with the people around you and close to the action, and you're part of the show.
Well, I prefer an intimate, smaller venue. It's a lot different than a big show because you're more into the music, more into the crowd than you are with the big show. You kind of get lost in the whole crowd at the big arenas and everything like that. The smaller, little standing room only shows are the ones that really get you into the moment.
So at least with the people that I asked on the street here, everyone likes a smaller venue, and I'm gonna have to agree with them. I've had probably some of my best concert experiences in just little holes in the walls with about 200 people there, and as long as you got enough room to move, I'm happy. And I hope you are too with a small venue. But now we're gonna start talking about descriptions of the collective effervescence. So here we go. I got a few more audio clips for you. I hope you enjoy them.
I think the feeling of collective effervescence is sort of an overwhelming feeling of connectedness and an undescribable happy feeling or freeness or oneness.
just involuntarily becoming involved with other people because of some effort or thing. It's like being hypnotized, if that makes sense. I've lost my own control, but I gave it up willingly to other people.
You can't help but to just smile and close your eyes and smile with whoever. Everyone wants to get wasted or whatever your voice of choice is.
I get a feeling of euphoria, bliss. Sometimes I even feel choked up or like crying. I've even cried at concerts before because I felt so happy or overwhelmed. I think that it can give you a different outlook on life or the things that might be troubling you.
Okay, when I go to a concert, I feel else around me, and I feel like I'm on top of the world because I have a million new friends, and we all love each other at that moment, and it feels like an eternity of love.
It feels good, man. It's like euphoria, excitement, happiness. It's like you're high, you know.
You just feel like everyone's on the same page, on the same level. Everyone's hearing the same thing, listening to the same thing.
That's pretty interesting to see how different people have described the collective effervescence. I know personally I felt it several times, and it's amazing. Like, it's just made me have different outlooks on, you know, my life, especially if I was in, like, you know, a bad place mentally, you know, was going through a rough bit of things, didn't think I was going to get through. You know, a good concert can just, you know, clear your brain and your conscience and just make you feel alive and ready to go. But anywho, that's just about the end of her show. But I do invite you to, you know, post anything in the comment section on this, you know, about your own experiences with the collective effervescence, because I am, you know, always willing to hear what other people have to say about that. All right, thank you, and until next time.